Hello everyone and welcome to Gadgets 360, and today we are going to unbox the Poco X2. Now before we go ahead with the unboxing of the Poco X2, be sure to subscribe to the Gadgets 360 YouTube channel and click that bell icon so that you are the first to know when we have a new video. And we currently have the Poco X2 with us, so we are going to be unboxing it today. Let's take a look at some of the key specifications before we go ahead and unbox it. And as you can clearly see, it does have dual in-display cameras, and it's got a 120Hz refresh rate, a 6.67-inch display, quad camera setup. It's powered by a Qualcomm Snapdragon 730G and a 4500 mAh battery. So without waiting any further, let's go ahead and unbox this device. What you see here are names of all the important people that have worked on the Poco F1, and as a tribute to them, Poco has done this on, I think, a limited edition boxes of the Poco X2. So the first lot probably will have this box, whereas the others won't. So let's go ahead, unbox it. As you can see, bright yellow, typical Poco fashion. Let's take a look at what do we have in the box. The SIM ejector tool. There's a case that you have in it. It's a clear transparent case that you get with the phone. And this is the Poco X2. This is not the Poco F2, this is the Poco X2. We have this in this beautiful Atlantis blue color. You can see it's quite reflective. Let's get rid of the sticker as well. Here's your look at the Poco X2. Power it on and keep it aside. It's a big bulky charger that you get in, and this is a 27-watt charger that's bundled in the box. This is the first time Poco has bundled such a powerful charger in the box. You also get a USB Type-C cable in the box, and well, that's about it. That's all you get in the box. Just put back the charger and the cable, and let's take a look at the phone. So this is the Poco X2. As you can see, the power button is the fingerprint scanner as well. So that's what they've done. The fingerprint scanner, it's not at the back, it's not an in-display fingerprint scanner, it's on the side and it's mounted on the power button. So it's going to be convenient for right-handed people to use it. If you are a left-handed person, you'll probably have to map your index finger to it. Again, you do get a dual camera setup at the front, a dual camera selfie setup, and it's again, I think, the first on a Poco smartphone. At the back, it's got a quad camera setup. Volume rockers are positioned on the right, slightly higher. Would have preferred something on the left side, which would be positioned a little lower. You do have the SIM tray on the left. Let's quickly pop it open and see what configuration you get. As you can see, it's a hybrid SIM tray slot. So it's a dual nano with a micro SD card slot as well. So you don't get a dedicated micro SD card slot, it's a hybrid slot. So that is something that would depend on the size of storage you opt for. So we have the top end model of the Poco X2 with 8GB of RAM and 256GB of storage. So I don't see us using that micro SD card slot. At the top you have the IR blaster as well and the secondary microphone. At the bottom you have the 3.5mm headphone jack, the USB Type-C port, the loudspeaker grill and the primary microphone. Let's quickly set it up and see. We already know that it runs MIUI 11. Let's see what version of Android it is running on. So the quad camera setup at the back consists of a 64 megapixel primary sensor, an 8 megapixel ultra wide angle sensor with a 120-degree field of view, a 2 megapixel macro camera and a 2 megapixel depth sensor. That's what you get with this particular smartphone, and it does have Corning Gorilla Glass 5 at the front and the back. So front and back you get Corning Gorilla Glass 5, and similar to the Redmi Note 8 Pro there. So quickly sent a fingerprint up. And you can see the fingerprint scanner is on the side. Just setting it up so that we also get a fair idea of how it performs. So there is a personalized ads toggle which we will recommend that you switch off. The sad part is this does mention that however you'll still receive ads that are irrelevant to your interest. We wish Xiaomi gets rid of ads there, even Poco for that matter. Please get rid of ads. So the Poco X2 runs MIUI 11 on top of Android 10. So let's just, once it's finished loading up, we'll go ahead check what security patch do you get and a few other details. From what I know, this will come loaded with the Poco launcher, which it's a different launcher altogether compared to Xiaomi. And Poco has told Gadgets 360 that they have reduced the amount of bloatware on the Poco X2. So let's quickly set it up and check what version of Android it has. Android 10, and this is running the December 2019 patch. We're pretty much running the latest version of Android with MIUI 11 on top with a December 2019 security patch. Now for selfies, what we have seen is that it has a hole punch that's on the side, similar to what we've seen on the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus. And in terms of the sensors there, you do have a 20 megapixel primary sensor and a 2 megapixel depth sensor. The 6.67 inch display on the Poco X2 has a 120Hz refresh rate, and it is pretty evident when you're swiping through it. Quickly go and check it in. As you can see, the refresh rate is at 120Hz. You can switch it to 60Hz. So it will also support games that have a 120Hz mode. You will be able to play it at the fastest refresh rate. You do get Google Apps pre-installed, a few tools. So the Poco X2 runs on the Snapdragon 730G SoC, which is similar to what we've seen with the Realme X2 as well. The Poco X2 is available in 3 variants, with the base variant offering 6GB of RAM and 64GB of storage, the mid variant offering 6GB of RAM and 128GB of storage, and the top end model, the one that we have here, that offers 8GB of RAM and 256GB of storage. In terms of the battery capacity as well, you do get a 4500 mAh battery with support for fast charging, and Poco has also bundled a 27-watt charger in the box, so it should be handy in topping it up quickly. So this was our unboxing and the first look at the Poco X2. Now, what do you think about this smartphone? Let us know in the comment section down below. And as always, for all things tech, stay tuned to Gadgets360.com.